Army of Darkness is the story of a man, Bruce Campbell, playing the role of Ash, who was swept 700 years into the past. There he must battle an army of darkness, living skeletons who pick themselves up from the ground in rusting suits of armor, riding skeletal steeds as they attack this castle that we're in now. What Bruce has to do is defend this castle, and in doing so, comes to terms with who he is and what the meaning of the word courage is. We're trying to make the picture as visually interesting as possible. We're incorporating as many new camera devices as we can, and we're building a number of camera rigs to get different types of shots that haven't been seen before. Of course, everything's been done before. It's all a question of trying to put that little extra spin on it, or that little extra shtick that makes it different than what the audience has seen before. Well, every picture I make is different, but certainly this film, Army of Darkness, has a lot of comedic elements in it. And there's a lot of absurd slapstick-style humor in the film. So I think it was influenced by the Three Stooges, guilty as charged. So we're trying to thrill the audience with this picture. We're trying to give them a really interesting and funny adventure ride through 1300 AD. I hope that we can be successful with that. It's true that we wanted to shock the audience when we made the Evil Dead films, but now I think we have a different aspiration. We want to give them a rip-roaring good time, and hopefully this picture will provide that.
Sam's style of directing is he does his homework, he does his storyboards, he's got a game plan when he comes to the set, and then he tries to decide, how can I make this better? And that really, I think, is what sets him apart from so many other people, is he knows what he wants to do, and then he goes the extra step, how can I improve this? How can I make that better? I think that the reason people like Sam's work and our movies is, as a whole, Sam's kind of has a wild energy that he puts into his movies, and I think people are able to see his exuberance and love for filmmaking in his movies themselves. So I think that people get a charge out of what they see in the ride Sam takes them on in a movie, and it's they like the unpredictable, and I think Sam's fairly unpredictable. Bruce Campbell in Army of Darkness suffers like no other actor has suffered in ages. The last person to suffer like this was probably Harold Lloyd. Sam really put Bruce through the ringers. He's in every single shot in the movie. He's chained and beaten and split in two and hung from wires and spun till he's seasick. So everything that you can do to an actor, we've done.
The character of Ash originally started as a college student. And since I'm far too old now to play a college student, the character he's had to age, for one, and evolve. I guess he gets tougher. He started out being very stupid. I think the beautiful thing about the Evil Dead films is that every audience member is smarter than the lead character in the film, and I think that's good because it puts them one step ahead of the lead character. He's gotten tougher and more resilient. He's always been resilient for some reason. I don't really know why. He's kind of the Bugs Bunny of horror movies, I think. That something horrible will happen, he'll get up and dust himself off and keep going. Well, throughout Army of Darkness, I take on a number of looks, I guess you'd say, or continuity stages. I think makeup-wise, there's probably 25 or 30 different stages for me throughout the film. And today, this is a very good look. The comfort factor for Army of Darkness is 0, which is a very easy number to keep track of. It's really just different stages of misery. Sam comes from the world of magic, and I think movies really intrigued him because it's the ultimate magic. It's all sleight of hand. Everything Sam does is sleight of hand. And I think he realized that I might be a little more resilient than other actors or something. I don't know what caught on there, but he realized that he could make me do a lot of stuff that I didn't really mind being embarrassed or whatever. So we did a lot of Super 8 movies together. And it seemed a logical progression to do our first feature film together. And since then, we've always had some affiliation doing some ridiculous movie somewhere in some way.